In April of 2019, then presidential candidate California Senator Kamala Harris was gently ribbing former Vice President Joe Biden, who hadn't yet announced whether he'd join the already crowded Democratic field. Just a couple days later, and Biden was all in.
That's why today I'm announcing my candidacy.
And the race was on. Contentious moments between the two, often leading the news cycle.
Early frontrunner Joe Biden taking hits on stage from Senator Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris just knocked this guy on his seat.
It was clear to me when I watched that Kamala is not running for vice president. She's running for president.
Just over a year later, they've gone from primary sparring partners to political allies.
I don't hold grudges, and I've made it really clear that I don't hold grudges.
Mr. Biden, fulfilling his campaign promise to choose a woman, has named Ms. Harris as his running mate, which would make her the first black woman nominated for vice president by a major party. Her selection comes at a time of national reckoning on matters of race and justice. Here's how her career and life story brought her to this moment.
My parents first met as graduate students at UC Berkeley, where they were active in the civil rights movement. My father, Donald, came from Jamaica to study economics. My mother, Shamala, came from India to study the science of fighting disease.
Ms. Harris grew up in Oakland, California, graduated from Howard University in Washington, D.C., then returned to California for law school. She became a prosecutor and was elected district attorney of San Francisco in 2004. And then in 2011, Attorney General of California. In 2017, she became the first black person to represent California in the U.S. Senate.
I say we must measure up to our words and fight for our ideals because the critical hour is upon us.
In January of 2019, she announced she was running for president.
Let's do this!
On the trail, trailing Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders in the polls that spring, she voiced positions appealing to the party's progressive wing.
They say you oppose legalizing weed.
That's not true.
I know.
and look, I joke about it, half joking. Half my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me?
But it was Mr. Biden who was the frontrunner, and in a debate at the end of June last year, she took him on. Homing in on his record on race, the freshman senator confronted the former vice president for comments he made about working with segregationists in the Senate decades ago.
You also worked with them to oppose busing. And, you know, there was a little girl in California who was part of the second class to integrate her public schools. And she was bused to school every day. And that little girl was me.
I did not praise racists. That is not true.
Do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America then?
No.
Do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education.
Mr. Biden, returning fire, raised questions about Ms. Harris's career as a prosecutor.
I was a public defender. I didn't become a prosecutor.
It was after that debate last summer that Ms. Harris hit her high water mark in the polls.
Kamala Harris surging to second place.
Speaking to the National Urban League, Ms. Harris defended her role as a black woman who worked in law enforcement.
Why do we only have to be on the outside, on bended knee or trying to break down the door? Shouldn't we also have a role on the inside where the decisions are being made?
In one debate, Mr. Biden accused Ms. Harris of failing to disclose to defendants evidence of past police misconduct.
She didn't do that. She never did it. And so what happened? Along came a federal judge and said, enough, and he freed 1,000 of these people.
This is simply not true. And as Attorney General of California, where I ran the second largest Department of Justice in the United States, second only to the United States Department of Justice, I am proud of the work we did, work that has received national recognition for what has been the important work of reforming a criminal justice system and cleaning up the consequences of the bills that you passed when you were in the United States Senate for decades.
As summer turned to fall, Ms. Harris fell from the top tier. Her campaign was faltering. She was also failing to catch fire with black voters and her party's progressives. Then in December, she dropped out of the race.
My campaign for president simply does not have the financial resources to continue.
She is really a solid person. And we're loaded with talent. But I'm sure she's not dropping out and wanting to make the changes she cares about.
After Mr. Biden's big victory on Super Tuesday,
political earthquake. These are the results nobody saw coming.
I just wanted you guys to know.
Ms. Harris told her supporters,
I am with great enthusiasm going to endorse Joe Biden for President of the United States. I believe in Joe.
Back in the Senate, in the aftermath of George Floyd's killing while in police custody, she became a leading Democratic voice for reforming law enforcement.
Where is the accountability and consequence when they abuse that power? Our bill is designed to address just that. We are seeing people putting their bodies on the line in the face of more excessive force and tear gas to stand for equality for all people.
Now, the 55-year-old senator joins Mr. Biden for an unpredictable 3 months.
This movement will not accept anything less than real, substantial, substantive solutions.
It's a new chapter in her career, coming at a time when the movement for racial justice, and now she herself, are at the forefront of American politics.